If you have ever avoided selling your offer, your product, your service, the thing that God has told you to do, the business that God has put on your heart, but you're avoiding selling because you're afraid of hearing no, because you don't want to be rejected, guess what? I don't think that you have a selling issue. I think there's another issue at root. And today, in this video, we are going to dive into what that other issue is. How do we get over that hump? How do we show up and sell confidently so that we can start to make money? We gotta break down those barriers in our business. We gotta overcome the limiting beliefs, the self-sabotaging, and we gotta push forward. Hey, if you don't know who I am, my name is Pushy, and I am a Christian sales coach. I help Christian service providers learn how to hit $20,000 months in their business through my specific framework called PMVMS, which stands for prayer, mindset, visibility, marketing, and sales. Make sure you like this video and make sure you subscribe to this channel so I can continue to bring you awesome content day after day after day, week after week after week, and month after month after month. Okay, you get it. Enough with me. All right, guys, let's dive into it. Today, I'm going to show you how to sell without feeling sleazy, without feeling icky, without being afraid of rejection. I'm going to teach you how to sell, how to show up as the queen or king that you are, so this way you can start to make money in your business. Are you ready? Because I'm ready. Let's go. You want to know the number one thing that I hear from Christian entrepreneurs all the time? That they are afraid to sell because they believe that if they sell their offer, their product or service, and somebody says no, that it means no to them. Like, we take it so personally when someone's like, hey, I'm not interested. I just realized I took off my wedding ring to wash dishes and I didn't put it back on. Anyway, we focus so much on internalizing that no. But just because, like, for example, if I said, hey, do you want to join Consecration Academy, which is my hybrid one-on-one group coaching program that will help you hit $20,000 months. It's proven to help you hit $20,000 months. And you say, Sienna, you know what? I can't do that. Or I can't afford that. I'm not going to take that personally. But in the past, I want to tell you about me in the past. When I first started business, when I first started showing up and selling my offer, I started off as a social media manager, and there were days when I honestly felt like no meant no to me because I wasn't good enough, and because sometimes people made it seem that way. I had one person say, you know what, I can't afford your price, but since you're new, they thought I was new, even though I had a lot of clients, since you're new, I'm just going to have you I'll pay you less, and then you can kind of do me like as a trial run so you can start learning and just all the things. And I had to explain to this person, like, I have a degree in advertising. Like, my degree is in advertising. So, like, I know how to market your business. I know how to show up. And I also have proven results. I have had, when I was a social media manager, one of my clients went from $1,000 a month in their business to $1,000 a day in their business. That is $30,000 months in revenue minimum, right? Depending on the month, $31,000, right? And so I am good at what I do. I know it in my core, but for whatever reason, that particular situation made me feel bad. I've also had other situations where I felt bad. One time I had to bring my baby, my newborn, to a sales call with me, and this is why I don't do sales calls anymore in my business. If you want to work with me, there's a form on my website we fill out and we talk through email, and that's easier for me. But in the past, I've had to bring my baby to a sales call. I've had to bring my baby to sales consultations. And I have never had a problem with it until one time somebody did not hire me because I had my baby on a call. And even though they were a mom themselves of 5 kids, it was just like a big no to them that I had my child on the call. And it never resonated with me because they were also a stay-at-home mama, and they had told me, this woman, she had told me that she was once denied from a call because she had her baby. So it really wasn't a personal thing. It wasn't about me. It was because she was denied because she had her baby on a sales call once in her business, that she decided to deny me because she felt like that person was justified in their actions. And so she was portraying or whatever, right? And so we get into these situations, nonetheless about my situation, we get into situations where it does feel personal, where we do take it as like, oh my gosh, maybe I shouldn't have had my baby on the call, or oh my goodness, like, am I not a good social media manager? But these things are false lies from the enemy. They are the way that we feel when we as Christian entrepreneurs are like, oh, let me internalize what somebody else said about me, and we start to believe that that is true, right? You said no to me, and now I'm like, oh, it's my fault, it's my problem, it's like, it's because of me, right? It makes me less afraid to show up the same way it does for you. Don't even lie. When somebody rejects you and you internalize it, it will make you less afraid to more afraid to show up, and therefore you're not making sales. Well, who doesn't want you to make sales? Not God. God wants you to make sales. Who doesn't want you to make sales? The devil, Satan. He doesn't want you to make sales. He wants to keep you small and little because he knows that if you make money, you're going to take that money and you're going to bless other people. He knows that if you start to make money, right, that the kingdom of heaven is going to grow because you're a Christian entrepreneur. He knows that if you start to make money and your business is growing, that you are getting closer and closer and closer and closer to your destiny and God's promises for you. But what does the Bible say that the enemy comes to do? Kill, steal, and destroy what? Your destiny, your purpose, right? He's not killing, stealing, and destroying your physical body. I mean, sometimes he makes us sick to stop our destinies, but these are things that realistically we have to fight as Christian entrepreneurs. Do not allow the enemy to come into your brain and tell you that you are not good enough, and tell you that you can't sell, and tell you that this has to be a personal situation. It's not personal. It's not personal. It's just business. Sometimes it's their problem and it has nothing to do with you. But I know that it's easier for you to internalize that this is a you problem than it is for you to say this is a them problem. But I want you to know right now that the next time somebody says no to you, it is a them problem. They just lost out on the greatest blessing of their business or their lives, depending on what it is that you do. I'm watching a bird. They just lost out on lost the greatest blessing of their life, and that's you and your business, because you're awesome. Okay? Don't ever let anybody tell you that you're not. Now let's get back on topic. Now that we've had that personal conversation, I want to just say, it's so incredibly important for you to know who you are. Know your power, know your worth, know what you stand for, understand what you stand for, and show up in that confidently. Show up in that confidently. When you decide that you're going to start selling, really selling, you are done listening to other people's beliefs. You are done internalizing every single no, because a no doesn't mean right. It doesn't mean no to you. It could be a not right now. It could be a them. It's always a them problem. And usually a not right now, right? And sometimes it can mean never. And that's okay too. We can figure that out. And there's going to be other people who will support you and buy from you and all the things. But you got to keep selling, because here's the problem when we decide we're not going to sell. Not only are we allowing the enemy to win, which means that we're not hitting our destiny, but it also means that we're not helping other people. I know that my business helps other people. I am a Christian sales coach. If you work with me, you're going to hit $20,000 months. What could that do for your life? How would that change your life? And by the way, I do offer payment plans for anybody who's like, I can't work with her. Yeah, you can. I work with every budget. And I do not advertise that because there's no need. If you have made it up in your mind that you can't afford to work with me, then maybe it's not a right fit for you. Because I need you to walk out of poverty mindset, and I need you to walk into an abundance mindset so you can start to receive your blessings. But I know that if you work with me, you're going to hit $20,000 rents in your business if you're serious, if you take the action, not just because you hired me, not because you're just put me on a payroll, but because if you are taking the action, I'm going to take the action with you. If you're not taking the action, I'm still going to do my part, but you have to take action to see it. What is $20,000 a month going to do for your life? Let me assume $20,000 a month will pay off your debt. $20,000 a month will allow you to spread the gospel. It will allow you to donate to charities and organizations without feeling like, oh, I can't do this. It's going to allow you to tithe your 10% every single time you get paid. What is $20,000 going to do for you? Tell me. Tell me seriously. Answer that in the chat, in the comments, not chat, right? Tell me what $20,000 months could do for you and your life and your business. Because I'm telling you right now that I know that if I decided I'm not going to sell, that is one less person who is not going to be able to hit $20,000 months with me. That's one less person who I'm not going to be able to help. That's one more person, who's going to feel stuck in their business. That's one more person that, all because I didn't show up and sell. And you may be saying, Sina, but I don't sell anything that's serious. Okay, maybe it doesn't impact lives in that capacity. Maybe you're a web designer though, right? I always use an example of web designer. I don't know why. Maybe you're a web designer and your websites help people for their businesses to grow because of the exposure that they're receiving from the SEO that you're doing. Maybe you're a copywriter. Maybe that's what's happening. The money is coming in for that client. You have now impacted that client's business and their lives. Their lives are at stake here. Because when we decide we're not going to sell, we decide we don't want to help people in that capacity and that they're not worth helping. That's why we have to shift our mindset to selling is serving. Because when we show up and sell and we're making money, not only are you making money, but you are able to help somebody else in another capacity. Now, let's say, for example, that you sell t-shirts, I don't know, or candles, right? How are you helping somebody else? Selling is serving. So if you decide you're not going to show up and sell your candle business and sell your specific candles, are you hurting other people? The answer is yes, you are. You are hurting other people. You want to know how you're hurting other people? Their homes don't get to smell as nice because maybe they're buying awful products at Walmart or wherever, but it's not your candles. It's not your fragrance candles, right? That have non-toxins in it. So now we're hurting people and we're giving them very limited non-toxic options. Maybe you sell t-shirts and there's just a silly little design on the t-shirts, but are you still helping people when you sell those t-shirts? Yes, you are. You're still helping people when you sell those t-shirts. And so when you decide that you're not going to sell those t-shirts, you are saying that it's not worth it for you. Here's what happens when you sell t-shirts, little Miss or Mr. Entrepreneur. This is what happens. You want to know what happens? Not only do you make money, but you get to take that money and bless other people with it. Also, when people are wearing your designs, right? When people are wearing your designs, you never know if your business idea made someone feel so special when they bought your t-shirt that they decided to start their own company because they're like, if she can do it, I can do it. You don't know who you're impacting. So every time you decide not to sell something, you are deciding that nobody else is worth benefiting from what you're selling. Nobody's worth it. Even if have you ever gone down a bread aisle? You've seen that, like, in the bread aisle, there's like thousands of people. There's like thousands of different bread companies, right? Maybe not thousands, hundreds. Couple, like, right, more than 50. There's like more than 50 bread options, right? Some sell honey bread, some sell brown bread, some sell white bread, some sell classic bread, some sell buns, whatever. There's so many options out there, but your option is just as valuable. Your option can stand out even though there's 30 other, 50 other, 70 other options out there. Your option of bread is still important. And it still needs to be seen. And it still needs to be heard by the world. Don't you dare let anybody tell you that you shouldn't be selling. Because when you sell, you serve. And that's just the truth. So here are some practical sales tips, because this is a part of my sales playlist and I want to actually teach you sales, right? No, this isn't mindset stuff, but this is a practical sales thing that I need you to know. I want you to know that every person is important. If you are selling a service, right? Like I'm selling a service, right? Consecration Academy is my service, my hybrid one-on-one group coaching program. That is my service. Every person should be heard. Every person should be listened to. Every person shouldn't just be sold to. Sometimes we just need to help other people. I'm really big on helping first and then saying, hey, if you want help, this is my offer. If you don't want it, that's on you. I'm always here to support you, which is true, I am. Whenever you're ready, and that's just how I operate. But I think we got to get into this place where we're starting to recognize that sales has to be relationship first. We're not just like pushing sales on you, like here's my product, here's my service, here's my offer, right? we have to be building relationships, because every person that we buy from, or that buys from us, every person, I'm watching a helicopter, every person that puts money in your bank account is a human being before they are a transaction. In fact, they're never a transaction, in my opinion. I teach sales, but I teach how to operate in sales through love-based strategies. You are not a transaction to me. You will never be a transaction to me. You are a human being whose feelings matter to me. And before we go and think about like, oh, I need 5 people to make whatever amount of money, I want you to think about them as a person. So we really got to look at this and say, okay, I need to build a rapport, build a relationship with this person. And maybe you sell through email marketing. Build a relationship with the people in your email sequence through conversations, right? Sending them emails, get a little bit personal and more personal with them. Have these hard and rough conversations with people. Talk to people like they're family, like they are friends. And that right there is going to make all the difference. And then the second thing is that you need to lead with value, right? So maybe you have a freebie that leads to the email market list, and through that email market list, then you're selling, right? Always lead with value. Give people some value, right? If that's content, great. If that's for you, that's your content. For me, I have an email list. If you want to join, you can check the description below. Go to my website, the homepage of my website. I have a free 22-day devotional. That is a part of what I do, right? Sign up for my devotional. Grab access to that devotional. Get access to that email list, because I drop some real cool gems in there if you're a part of my email list, right? And so this is what we need to be focused on. This is what we need to be talking about and thinking about, and growing towards as entrepreneurs. But you gotta offer value. You gotta lead with value first, and then the sell. We're not just selling to people without giving them any form of value, or without like helping them in some capacity before we make an offer, right? Before we say like, here's my product, here's my service, here's my offer, buy. It's not always about buy. Sometimes people just need help, and we can help them without always we can help them through our free offers too. I do believe that my devotional is helpful. Like, I wouldn't have put it together if I didn't think that. And so if you think the same thing about what you're selling or what you're offering for free, then that's great. And that's what you need to lead with. And that's what you need to do. And then number 3, you got to detach from the outcome. You got to just let God be God and bring in the people that he's going to bring in. Obviously, you still have to show up and sell. Faith without works is dead. Like, you can't just believe God's going to bring in the dough, but you're not selling anywhere or selling consistently. Like, that's just a red flag altogether. Like, just stop that. I don't know why we do that. That's not how faith works, okay? Faith without works is dead. The Bible is very clear on that. So put some action behind your faith. I believe that God is going to bless my business, and my business is going to be a multi-million-dollar business. Why do I believe that? Because I take action every day. I trust the Holy Spirit. I trust Jesus Christ. And I know that my Father is going to back me up on that. The Bible says, commit all your plans to the Lord and they shall succeed. I'm committing my plans to God. But also, God is the one who gave me the business idea. He's going to bring me the clients, right? I really want you to take this as an opportunity for your business, where you are going to say, moving forward, starting today, you are no longer going to take rejection as a personal thing. You are going to sell with confidence. You are going to show up and lead with value. You are going to sell every day because Jesus Christ is backing you up, and you're going to stand up for your business, and you're going to be bold in what it is that you're doing, and you're going to create a strategy. And that is how you are going to move forward starting today, okay? We are growing businesses and moving forward. We are no longer staying stagnant. Jesus doesn't want you to be stagnant. I don't want you to be stagnant. Speaking of me not wanting you to be stagnant, I do want to take a moment to invite you into Consecration Academy. Like I said earlier, Consecration Academy is a hybrid one-on-one and group coaching program that helps Christian entrepreneurs learn how to hit $20,000 months in their business. If you are serious and you are ready to step into $20,000 months in your business, I want to be able to help you. Allow my team and I to step in your business and help you learn how to scale and grow from the standpoint of the Holy Bible. Together, we are going to work in your business, and we're going to operate in our system, PMVMS, which stands for prayer, mindset, visibility, marketing, and then sales. as we formulate the system and we go through this together, your business should hit $20,000 months if you are committed to it too. I do offer payment plans. Like I said earlier in this video, I don't talk about that very often, but if you head on over to my website and you apply for the program, in the application, it asks you that question of whether or not you need a payment plan. So let's do that. Let's scale to $20,000 months. The time is now. We are no longer delaying in the name of Jesus, and we are going to move forward. With that being said, like this video for me, give it a thumbs up, right? Like this video and subscribe to the channel if you like this content, if you want me to keep bringing you content day after day after day, because I want to teach you how to hit 20K months. You deserve to know. You need that confidence push and boost, and we're going to work on it together. I love you so much. Check out all the links in my description below, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.